You heard that right. Loneliness epidemic is pretty big, and it's unfortunately getting more relevant and more scarier and bigger by the day. And the reason I want to talk about this, and not something related to anime or movies or music this time around, is because of a video I just watched today. It's honestly been in the back of my mind all day since watching it, and it's a video that Penguin Z0, aka Charlie, aka Moist Critical, dropped regarding marrying AI video itself. So obviously, if you haven't watched the video in the full context of why I decided to talk about this, I'll leave a link down in the description below so you can check it out for yourself. But essentially, Charlie pretty much decided to share with me and many of his viewers of a pretty big epidemic that's going on right now, and that is the rise of AI. And not just obviously chat GPT being used in like classrooms and shit to cheat. No, we're talking about like AI that's essentially being used to basically suppress loneliness and fill in that void that's been going on. Because now in the modern day and age, there is a pretty big epidemic going on where people are desperate for some kind of connection, some kind of feeling. And I'm gonna be honest with you and just say that look, before I dive into the AI companionship and how I personally feel about it, I simply just want to say like, look, at the end of the day, if you think that going with like an AI companion is going to make you feel whole, make you feel happy, make you feel something in a way. That's your decision. That is yours to make. I'm not here to simply say that. Oh, you're down with AI. You have an AI companion. Ooh, gross. Get away from me and poke fun and spitballs at you. No, I'm not here to do that because at the end of the day, the situation, as Charlie even said in the video, is that it really is sad. And to me, I think there is just one lesson that I was taught pretty early on, and I'm honestly glad that I didn't go into this resorting to marrying AI or actually having AI girlfriends in general, and that is to simply love yourself. Now, I know that is probably a advice that you've heard millions of times by many of your friends, maybe referenced by other big platformers outside of me and such, but no, that is actually becoming such an important role now when it comes to growing up as a human being at this point. Is you have to learn really early on to simply love yourself. That you can't rely on others to fulfill your happiness. You can, but it kind of showcases how much vulnerability you are. And I'm trying to tiptoe it as best as I can because I'm not trying to step on anyone's footsteps or anything like that. I'm just saying that for me, and again, as someone who is single as of right fucking now, like I'm not in a relationship, I'll even be the one the first to say that. You have to focus on loving yourself. If you don't love yourself, how can you love somebody else and have a partner with someone, you know? And yes, AI can actually do that and replicate that super easy, pretty simple, fast forward. But if you want like a human to human bond connection, I feel like again, you simply need to love yourself because trust me when I say this is that once you start loving yourself, actually start seeing a lot more things flutter and happen in a way that's a lot more positive, changing your outcome. An example, I'll even say this right now. I didn't get this message across to me until honestly like 2 years ago, believe it or not. Like for pretty much since middle school, I've always been depressed, always been having that feeling of feeling lonely, and all because I didn't really have a girlfriend. I felt like I was gonna die alone, all this other stuff. And pretty much like 2 years ago, I had a few close friends and some encounters where I was reassured once more of the same message to simply love yourself because then more positive things will happen in life. And for years I've been again told that, and once I took that seriously 2 years ago, I realized that man, what everyone was saying was essentially right because, you know, if you simply can't love yourself, there's not going to be a lot of people that will come your way. And on top of it, all the things that you consider that you think is going to like hurt you or not bring you joy, they're actually going to bring you joy. I can honestly even say too, like a lot of my personal life habits that I used to do 2 years prior are completely different from what I'm doing now. Where I'm working out, I'm now trying to maintain a healthy lifestyle where I'm not trying to stuff myself with junk food and ice cream all the time because I'm just so depressed. And ultimately, I'm now trying out different things and actually going out way more than just staying cooped up at home, which I mean, you can probably see right now as I just came home from work. But the point is, that message, that feeling really got me to open doors to trying things and doing things and actually accepting myself for who I am. And I just want to come on here and just say that, again, with this loneliness epidemic being big as it is super sad what's going on. It is pretty scary that AI is essentially taking over and taking over a lot of people who are just lonely in general. And to anyone who's suffering from being alone, who's depressed all the time, believe me, I've been there. I've done that. Again, there's not a day that goes by where I wish I had a girlfriend or a boyfriend or just someone or a companion right here, right fucking now. But that's not how um, reality works. The reality of the matter is you simply gotta take your time, let everything fall into place, and simply go with the flow of the ocean, as I've been told many, many times. And once again, to just hammer in this message home, simply love yourself. Simply love yourself. If you don't love yourself now, how can you love somebody else and everything else that's going to come around you? So yeah, just wanted to do something a little bit different because the video I watched today really got to me, and it really got me thinking. Like, man, I kind of want to spread more positive messages once again, like I did in the past. So, just want to try something new, something different. Hope you like it. If not, whatever. I guess I'll talk about anime, movies, music, whatever. But anyway, I'll see you all in the next one. Later.